You're not smart, and you use this show to lie on people. Your dwindling uterus was waiting for you to put it on TV as a storyline.
Listen, for the money, we got no money for them.
You guys, what up? It's your boy Ty. Welcome back to another video. I got a tweet posted. I hope y'all are all doing well this evening. I'm gonna try to have this posted I'm gonna try to have this posted around 10, 11. We'll see how long it takes me to finish the video, and then I am going to have to put our Wi-Fi modem went out, so the technician's coming tomorrow, but I am going to have to put my hotspot on to have my iPad upload this video, and I don't know how long that's going to take, because I would have rather just I'm rather risking that than trying to have my phone upload the video on mobile. So, we'll see how long that takes, but I hope y'all are doing well tonight. I just wanted to get into a couple of hot topics that I kind of missed. These have been a little stale at this moment, but with what I've been interacting with on social media as far as like posts and tweets and stuff like that, I was like, well, let me throw my little 2 cents in on a formal video format. Also, I'm going to be linking my second channel down below. I'd rather learn from other people's experiences, not shading him, just being honest. And watching this whole situation with Rodney the Voice has made me want to create a second channel. I don't even know what the title gonna be or the username gonna be, but we'll figure all that shit out after I finish this video. And ooh, I don't like that. Can we? There we go. Okay. What's that saying? Oh yeah, I'll be sorry, I had to make sure the dog wasn't about to throw up. That was a different sound. I once I find the second name, what are you doing? Sit down somewhere. Alright, so at any rate, I have to, new name, or second channel, and I'm gonna try to be as consistent as I can with posting it. With posting the, if you sit down, that won't happen. Sit. Come on, I got you. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Sit, sit, sit. Sit. Thank you. Good boy. All right. So I'm going to try to be as consistent as posting whatever I post on Son of Dennis on that channel. I will figure out the name, all that later. But with that being said, let's just get right into it because we have spent a long enough time. So, excuse me. First, I want to start off with the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip trailer that they dropped. Right off the bat, it was very nice to see Nene back in her element on television. I think it was a misstep to not have her as the anchor of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. If it wasn't going to be Nene, it should have been Kenya. Porsha just doesn't fit in with this group of ladies. Yes, her and Gizelle are cool, and I mean, hey, evil begets evil. So, of course, they're cool. But, alrighty then. But outside of that, like, these women are, like upper or lower 60s, upper 50s. It's a little weird to see Porsha, who is still in her lower 40s, with them. I'm not saying they can't still have a good time and make, organic chemistry on the screen, but I don't know. I just would have thought if we weren't going to go with Nene, it would be Kenya. And I can definitely see why, with the legal side of things, why that's not going to happen. Something that somebody tapped on, I can't remember who it was, but they tapped on the whole Kenya Brittany situation. And they mentioned the amount of lawsuits that Bravo has had, especially pertaining to sexual nature types of lawsuits. So when you compile that with the fact that, production really doesn't care for Kenya anyways, it is kind of like, I hope to see her on season 18, but I'm not going to be surprised if we don't get it. I wasn't holding my breath on season 17. In fact, I already knew, like, Kenya and Bristol were supposed to return season 17. That was in their contracts. They were supposed to return season 17, but when Britt did that lawsuit, that fucked everything up for both of them. So they were both going to be back, both of them. They were going to have to find a way to resolve the issue. And, you know, for me personally, what Kenya did was not how I would go about it. I understand her frustrations with production and her if you watch when Britt was threatening her, like, yeah, Kenya was, I'm not going to say she was scared, but she was definitely taken aback. And she definitely felt a type of way. And just because she's not crying in a ball like a Karen, that doesn't mean that y'all get to police how she felt in the moment. Like, yeah, Kenya was uneasy and definitely her nerves were racked during that season or scene at the vault. Is it the vault? The bank. There we go, the bank. By the way, I saved that place in my places to go because it just looks so nice. The food looked good. But at any rate, she was clearly taken aback when Britt was hurling threats towards her, and they were threats. You can't go in an airport and say, I still got my pistols and my whips during an argument. So y'all need to stop fucking doing that stupid shit that you do when somebody you don't like is being victimized. So you make yourself contort into a pretzel to make what we're not watching or what we're watching not what we're watching. That makes no fucking sense.
Girl, shut the... That don't even make no fucking sense.
Girl, shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut up.
You're arguing with somebody and they say, I got pistols and whips for bees like you. What the fuck are we talking about? That's a threat. You stupid bitches. And you don't have to like Kenya to admit that. That's one thing I've always given Kenya. When it comes to the women and their beefs and their back and forths, like, she was defensive of Sheree towards Bob when he was making jokes about slamming the brakes and having her fly out the window. Or when Ralph was doing his bullshit to Drew. Like, she's always been defensive where it matters and stood on the side of right where it matters with these women, even if she didn't like them. What was I finna say? Neither here nor there. I didn't like the way that, you know, she went about it. But she did what she felt was right at the moment. She's facing her consequences for that. Just like other women on the show have done things and are facing that. Well, I ain't gonna say they face consequences because they haven't. What I actually was going to say was, if, you know, Porsha can come right back, I don't see the reason why Kenya can't come back. She's been sitting back for a couple seasons. So, you know, but we'll see what season 18 holds. I'm actually in agreement with Scotty by nature. I don't want to see Nene back at this point. I don't think she would fit in with this dynamic. I wouldn't mind seeing her in a friend of role, but I mean, it really depends. I know Andy has said he and Nene text and talk. I doubt it's like what it used to be, because she called him a cokehead. Do we believe it?
You know what?
Let's say this. Would we be shocked if we found out it was true? But, you know, you can't call your boss a cokehead. There's kind of, you know, the lawsuit is one thing. But the other personal jabs, and then even when he gave his condolences to Greg, and she still went off on him and said, keep her name out of his mouth. And then he said, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, you know, I'm not Porsha. I ain't windmilling for Andy. I see him for his works, but I'm just saying, common sense would tell y'all, like, you know, it doesn't matter what the fans want when it comes to that. So, I mean, we'll see. You know, he said that this cast, he likes it. He doesn't have as much power as he used to. So just because he says that, it doesn't mean that everybody is coming back and that nobody will be added. But, I mean, you know, more times than not, that's probably what's going to be the formula for season 18. Is the current ensemble cast. I could see Nene popping in as a friend of, and I wouldn't be mad at that. Especially if it's like on one of the trips and something like that. But, yeah, I'm still going to try to review the show and watch it. I don't really watch the non-melanated Housewives. So, I mean, we'll try. We'll see. I've tried with Salt Lake City. I couldn't get into it. They are funny, though, I will say that. And they be chewing on neck bones here and there, too, but do y'all want some dogs? So, at any rate, with that being said, I'm going to try my best to review it. I'm going to sit down and when does it air? I know it's soon. Real Housewives, Ultimate Girls Trip. Excuse me. Okay, let me just put it. I was trying to do the abbreviations, but that didn't work. Alright, Ultimate Girls Trip. Season 5 is August 9th. Oh, okay, so it's dropping Sunday the same day as the episode. Okay, so I'll do a review for that. Or I'll watch it and I'll at least come and review episode 1. I don't know. Well, they're going to have other women pop in too. I might, for Candiace, Dillard said, I might make the effort to watch it. So, yeah. Or review it. I, at the very least, definitely am going to watch it. But, yeah, with that being said, that's kind of my views on that. Would love to see Nene back on Real Housewives of Atlanta in some facet. I don't feel like she fits in with this group dynamic, but I wouldn't be mad at her coming back as a friend of, popping in for a trip or two, or even if she's just a friend of in the style of Marlo, like, she's just, a friend of. I wouldn't be mad at that. Speaking of Nene, Carlos King, my God, today. So, Carlos King is for those who don't know, he used to produce Real Housewives of I don't know if it's Real Housewives of Atlanta specifically or just Real Housewives in general. But I do know that he was, at the very least, on the set of Housewives of Atlanta until season 9. With the whole, we know what happened season 9. Now there's been rumors that he was the one who told Phaedra the shit about Candy. I don't know, don't really care, because the truth of the matter is Phaedra is so vengeful in that Scorpio spirit of hers that she would have done it or made it up either way it goes. So it doesn't really matter as far as, if he told her or not. She still carried it and was willing to carry that to Porsha for her stupid ass to say it out loud. So neither here nor there. That's just some scuttlebutt. I don't know if there was ever any validity to the rumors of that. But Carlos King went on to do his own thing. He has his shows on the Oppressed Women's Network. Bell Collective. I don't watch the show, but I have watched content creators that I watch review it. I get enough enjoyment from that. A lot of our reality TV, as far as the drama stuff is concerned, can feel like struggle porn for like Black love. So I just kind of err on the side of not really watching it. I did kind of tune in and out for the Willie and Aikisha season. Very much in and out. Glenn was about to get handled. They was about to tear the T and the S off that taste. That place is going to be called Ace. Or 8. I'm weak. At any rate. So, yeah, he still covers the shows and recaps and stuff like that. As far as like Housewives and all that. He made a post on Twitter and I responded to it. It's been going viral. It's been making its rounds. But he basically said Nene is the Gizelle, or Gizelle is the Nene of Potomac. And I have my tweet that I wrote, which is going semi-viral. And I said, give me 1 second. Oh my God. Damn, bitch, just bump into my fucking knee. I said, Nene Lever lied about SA. Nene can't coast on her skin tone and colored eyes. She actually brought us stories, laughs, iconic moments, and personality. Nene is in the fucking Smithsonian Museum. Gizzard was season 1 through 3. Post Sherman, she got evil. She actually holds the show back. When she's not around, the women get along. And you can love Gizelle, like her, hate her, I really don't give a fuck, but that is evident when they're on these girls' trips, season 7 and 8, or at least season 7 was most notable. When Gizelle wasn't around, the women could relax and have fun with each other, and you notice that Robyn and Candiace didn't have an issue because they never had a fucking issue. They didn't have an issue till Gizelle was around because Robyn is Gizelle's lapdog. I love how y'all don't go nearly out of y'all way to call Robyn a lapdog as much as y'all do Shamia to Porsha. Is it colorism? I don't know, is it? So at any rate, and that's not to say people have never called her out for it, but I just don't see as much of a concerted effort because she's been lapdogging for Gizelle since Gizelle checked her that time about not being on her side. At any rate, yeah, so Carlos King came on the internet, broke the internet, got us in a tizzy. I think most of us were saying this is some bullshit, Carlos. Like, child, what you smoking? Can I have some? Like, what's going on? Blink twice if you need help. Did somebody make you write this tweet and post it? Like, what's going on? Of course, he wanted us to go view why on his Patreon. Carlos, you're gonna have to rage bait a little better than that, because there's nothing that Gizelle has in common with Nene in regards to Housewives tenure other than being present the first season of the show. That's it. Even with Nene being gone for as long as she's been gone, she still had more of an impact than Gizelle has on Potomac. If anything, Karen. And to be clear, there's no housewife touching Nene in terms of legends, in terms of her legendary, iconic status, if you will. Her reach, her impact, none of that. The closest one on Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all don't have to like her. I don't give a fuck. It's going to be Kenya Moore. The closest one is going to be Kenya Moore. As far as Potomac, it's going to be Karen. And that is very much just based on who can apply to that. It's going to be Karen. I just posted on... Karen responded to an interviewer asking her about Wendy Osefo's case and Gizelle Bryant being picked to rep Potomac. And basically she said, they didn't have a choice. I said, if Karen Slurry hadn't gotten her DUI, they might have had them both. I do feel they favor both, but I don't know. Karen would have been better with how she relates to women in general, but Tree Neck got Bravo wrapped around her thumb. So I don't see them picking Karen over her, although I'd rather have seen that. And that's just how I view that. As far as Real Ultimate Housewives girl, y'all know the name of the damn show. So at any rate, yeah, Carlos was rage baiting. There's no debate. Gizelle is a mediocre, light-skinned woman with colored eyes. That is it, and that's all when it comes to Gizelle. And then some idiot came up under my post saying, you and her the same color, bye. Bitch, if anything, I'm the one to call it out. You stupid bitch. You dumb bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
Y'all think before y'all talk? If anything, a light-skinned person calling out another light-skinned person for colorism being the reason why they're where they're at, that makes sense. What the fuck? And it'll probably be received better. Stupid bitch. So at any rate, segueing into Gizelle and her Reasonably Shady podcast episode with Robyn, where they are discussing, Carlos, quit smoking that stuff, and I like you, but overall, for the most part, Carlos got his qualms just like ladies, just like everybody else, but, excuse me. Also, Carlos, why are you breaking, oh my God, Carlos, they're gonna make reality TV labor laws. Why are you breaking up the episodes like you do on these shows? It don't make no goddamn sense. And then what the fuck was that season with, the last season with Akeisha? Go Power Rangers on the Bell Collective. Oh my God.
What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened?
So at any rate, y'all go check out my Carlos King review of his interviews with Shamia and Kelly, if y'all haven't seen them. So we're gonna segue into Gizelle, Candiace, and Reasonably Shady. the podcast that Gizelle and Robyn host. So Robyn proposes the question, which kind of makes me think she might be on the way to, even though they really don't have an issue, but like she might be open to reconciling with Candiace or whatever, basically. And she mentioned something about, if there were no cameras around, how people can react differently when the camera's on them and this and the third. Is there anybody that you would patch stuff up with? And she basically said there's nobody that she wouldn't not, patch things up with. And Gizelle, of course, she's such a fucking cunt. She was like, Gizelle would not be doing that. Girl, fuck you. Oh my gosh, she's so fucking lame. The fact that Carlos said that shit pissed me off so fucking bad, but then I had to remember he's rage baiting. When I say I detest Gizelle, I really do. And there is no, this is a reality TV show and we don't really know these people. Bitch, once you cross the line of life-altering lies, such as putting essay allegations or rape, so on and so forth, on somebody, anything that can change somebody's livelihood, and quite frankly did, because Chris said he lost job opportunities after Gizelle did that and had to answer to his family. Fuck you. Fuck you forever. Ain't no this, she's doing her job. Bitch, her job is to... Stupid bitch. Ain't nobody fucking job to come on TV and lie about somebody and put essay allegations and rape on them, bitch.
Hey, girl, shut the fuck up.
So at any rate, taking the blood pressure back down. So Gizelle's answer was not surprising. She's been on TV for how many years and has had no growth whatsoever. Well, she's growing them the rings in the neck. She is growing the rings around that neck. She's growing them.
No, but look at Gizelle's neck. Okay.
And that neck gonna be having rings for the rest of her life, ho.
No, it's gonna be lifting for the rest of your life.
So at any rate, I think it's funny to me when it comes to the Gizelle and Chris thing, how y'all think Candiace owes Gizelle a goddamn thing. Something else that I think is even more funny, I was watching, maybe it was Taria, maybe, discussing Candiace and Gizelle, and what eats at Gizelle is the fact that Candiace just wants to get back with Robyn. She don't even really care about Gizelle like that, if you think about it. She's so indifferent to Gizelle, she doesn't give a fuck. And the funny thing is, if Gizelle would apologize season 7, Candiace would have forgave her and they would have been just fine. Because Candiace, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the pageantry in her. Maybe that's it. Because I don't see how she even gets back cool with Ashley Darby all the time. When this lady clearly, like, Ashley's disdain for Candiace is very single black female type. Like, you need to be worried about your safety type shit. I think that Ashley hates that Candiace, that dark-skinned country club girl, grew up in this life of access and privilege, and she was under the bridge with her mama, who was taking care of a white man.
Bitch.
So at any rate, yeah, what Gizelle did was fucking deplorable. Candiace don't owe her shit. If she was on fire and Candiace walked right by, I would clap. I would clap. Yay. Good Candiace. Go Candiace. And she just got to skate right on by. There was no type of accountability whatsoever. Candiace literally had to spend season 8 reunion. Am I crazy? And like Karen had to vindicate her or validate her. And then they didn't even play back what Gizelle said. They just, Andy wanted to say, they found the footage. You did say what you said, Gizelle. That whole reunion was spent making Candiace kiss the ring of Gizelle. I'm sorry, but for anybody who has been in an unfair work environment, like, it is triggering to see the way that Bravo and Truly Original do things when it comes to these Black Housewives shows at times. I don't know about the white ones, I don't watch them. But it is very triggering to watch. And I will never be on the side of favoritism or, no, everybody should come in this bitch and have the same merit. Now, we know who has their strengths and their weaknesses. Kenya is one of the best readers on RHOA. Nene is one of the best readers on RHOA. Candy, not the strongest reader, but she will get you together with your truth real quick. Well, you do get Botox. Oh shit, that was funny. Even Kenya and Nene, Porsha had to laugh. Oh shit. Hell, Kenya on season 6 reunion. I would like Porsha to Stell Scepter. Stell, Nene covering her face because she don't want to show she laughing. Phaedra laughing, and Candy. You know when your ops is laughing, you're funny. But at any rate, I say all that to say fuck Gizelle. Let's stop calling Gizelle this unbothered stoic ice queen that y'all uphold her to be, because she's fucking not. She has mentioned Candiace each season that Candiace was gone after she left. Editing Tyson here. Mind your business. Emphasis on left. Candiace don't need this show, y'all. She comes from an affluent, rich family. I truly and honestly feel when they were on the couch arguing and Gizelle said, can you just leave already? And Candiace says, I'm already gone. I truly believe that was her saying, I'm gone. I'm quitting. I'm gone. She don't need this job. She's been booked and busy. Y'all keep saying, oh, she's talking about the show. Yeah, she used to work there, bitch. She has the right to talk about her old jobs just like we do if we want to. She's on her Candy shit. She's been doing plays left and right. She just dropped a trilogy of her remixes and all that to If Only. I love that song, by the way. She also dropped her song Pretty Ain't Perfect or whatever. I was listening to it earlier. It's a really good song. I like it. She's doing fine. Everybody doesn't need this show. That's all Gizelle has, though, is this show. And that vagina neck. Now, don't get it twisted. I can get this gone real quick. Don't play with me. But, yeah. Also editing Tyson, Monique herself and Gizelle herself confirmed that Gizelle had a meltdown season 5 and they edited it out of the reunion to favor Gizelle. So we don't know how many times this stoic ice queen has lost her cool and her temper, and we just haven't been shown it because they're editing stuff in her favor because she's favored by production and Bravo and Andy. But yeah, just wanted to add that. She told Deborah, Kiana, you're on the wrong side of things again. Then she said that in season 10. She said something in season 9 that had to do with Candiace. It was a shot at Candiace. You're bothered. She's fucking bothered. Just like Porsha's fucking bothered by Shamia's presence season 17. And y'all need to stop deluding yourselves. Also, why are we praising people for acting like they're unbothered? You know how much less energy it takes to just say hey and keep it moving? So at any rate, yeah, fuck Gizelle, fuck her vagina neck. I'm glad that Candiace is booked and busy. She's got rolls on top of rolls. She's doing, and Gizelle has rolls on her neck. Candiace has rolls on TV. There's two differences. She has talent. I need to see if she dropped the final remix. I know she was doing a trilogy remix of her song, If Only. If only you knew how much I knew. Let's see. By the way, I think it's a sample, too. Because I heard Whitney Houston singing it on those throwback clips that be going viral in your YouTube algorithm. Or that be popping up. Let's say, If Only, Candiace. Okay, Candiace. I wonder why Miss Dorothy put an I in Candiace's name. Like, I like that it makes it her unique, but... Oh, she put out that song Pretty Ain't Perfect. Okay, I gotta try it. I gotta listen to that and put that on my play next. Okay, yeah, she put out the He Mix too. Okay, so she put out If Only remix with Tamar Braxton. If Only He Mix with Daryl Walls. If Only the Conversation with both of them. And then solo remix. I love that she's doing this. She put out a live version too, and then the instrumental and the regular song. So I like this. And that's what real, like, you can tell Candiace is a real artist in that way and in that regard. I hated watching Nikki try to play on her top. That's when I really started was like, I mean, not already at that point. I had seen the way Nikki and her husband was doing Jennifer Huff and, Remy and Cardi had it out with Nikki, and you kind of Like, everybody can't be lying on you. But to see the way she was coming at Candiace during the reunion, don't get me wrong, I wanted Candiace to shut the fuck up. Stop trying to defend Ashley and Gizelle because they're not going to do it for you. Or Ashley and whoever the fuck she was. But she was just coming off real haterish when she was talking about some the streams and all that crap. And but at any rate, nonetheless, Candiace, keep doing your thing. Gizelle, fuck you.
Bow, I'm dead.
And Robyn, tell your truth. Don't get fired again. So the last thing I want to discuss is Porsha harassing Shamia. Shamia, let's see, Andy had discussed Gerald and his something about his lack of wanting to film or whatever for the show when she was offered a peach multiple times before in the past. She's been offered multiple times. One thing that I need y'all to get right in this timeline. First of all, Shamia don't owe Porsha shit because this is an ensemble fucking show, bitch. She don't owe her shit. Second of all, baby, Shamia was signed on season 16 before Porsha, baby. And she probably waited a couple years to come on the show just to see if Porsha was going to come back out of reverence for her. She was already signed. The contract was already sealed. Then Porsha said, Porsha Stewart Williams, whatever the fuck. No, but Porsha Guavaria. And guess who came on? Porsha Williams. And then they knew that she wasn't going to have access to that lifestyle that she promised them. So they had to re-anchor the show into Shamia being the centerpiece / anchor / nucleus.
I know, I'm Atlanta's best friend. And in this friend group, I am the glue.
Now, my girl got them people-pleasing ways, so she didn't quite uphold on what they anchored her to be. But nonetheless, season 16, Shamia was anchored to be that girl. Let's not get it twisted. So, nonetheless, and I think that pissed Porsha off even more. She might have been okay with her coming on the show, but when she saw that, I knew she was 38 hot. You have the spirit of exposure and envy. Okay, Michelle forgot that one. She don't know yet. She gonna find out. Close your glory hole. Oh my God. This reunion gonna be good. I hope. If they give us 3 parts of bullshit, I swear to God. Don't give us no 3 parts of slop like that goddamn AI bullshit that Angela put out with them fans. And then what the fuck was the point of doing photo shoots? And child, fuck Angela. Never mind. Child, shout out Charles. So Andy is, talking about Gerald and him wanting to film or not film. Shamia comes up behind him under the post and clarifies a couple things. And then Gerald also came on and clarified and stood up for his wife and said, he never had a problem with her filming, blah, blah, this, that, and the third. Porsha wants to play tampon. She didn't mention you, baby. She ain't say shit about you. Y'all running with a narrative that Shamia is trying to say Porsha had her blocked. She didn't say shit about Porsha Williams. It's all in your head. And also, Porsha is trying to hone in on this part of the conversation when Shamia never said that shit. What Shamia said was, at one point, it was Gerald and he didn't want to film. And they told her, which is stupid to me, because why does Shamia need to show off her family if other people don't have to show theirs off? I don't know if they were maybe looking for, at the time, I think season 10 was when she was first offered. I know if they had offered her in like season 13 and above, I mean, they did season 16. But if they had offered her within no, because Candy was still on. But I don't know. Maybe they were trying to get another person on with a huge family. I don't know what the goal was. I didn't like that. Yeah, it's editing Tyson again. My bad, y'all. As y'all can see in this video, I ain't gonna lie, I'm drinking, but I'm slick kind of aggravated because I was tired. So I might be doing a little much. I remember they wanted the opulence. They wanted to really show the Atlanta girls got the money on season 16. I get that. I think I just don't like the double standard that Shamea had to show her family. But none of them, I mean, I guess that's what was in her contract. I guess that's what they agreed upon when she was scouted for season 16 before Porsha. Need I remind y'all again, before Porsha, this ain't her fucking show anyways, but before Porsha, Shamea's contract was already signed, sealed, and delivered, baby. So we were going to see her regardless if Porsha came back or not. Porsha? Just playing. But yeah, I guess that's why I still feel like we could have got Shamea in opulence without having to see Gerald, but whatever. That had to be a requirement for Shamea, though, because we don't see everybody else's family. You know what I'm saying? So at any rate, and then when I say everybody else's family, I mean in that much detail. I would say earlier in the show, and maybe that's the context that's missing, if Shamea was offered the peach like season 7 or 8, okay then, it was more family oriented closer to back that time. At some point it started getting down that darker path where we're trying to make up lies about rape and fucking who fucked who and all this other bullshit. But yeah, nonetheless, that is a conversation here Gerald not wanting to film. Another part of the conversation is Porsha saying, which I could hear her saying this, I could hear it in Porsha's voice, y'all. Y'all give Porsha a lot more credit than she deserves. Porsha told her sister, I don't care what's growing in your belly, when Lauren wanted to work remote because she was pregnant. And then she also had her sister flying coach while she was flying first class. Now, one could say, well, she paid for the flight at all, but why? What's the point of that? And, let's not even hang on that part, because that's not the personal preference, whatever, but I don't care what's going on in your belly. Why your sister can't work remote? Or at least work partially remote. Like, she wasn't even willing to compromise with her on it. And then she coincidentally pops up pregnant maybe a year or 2 later. You know what I'm saying? Spirit of envy, baby. Divine alignment. So at any rate, karma comes back though, because you was nasty to your sister, and look, you got with a whore, the village whore. 2 village whores together who can't get it together. Then you got with that lady husband, and he wore your ass out, hanging on to your damn go naked ponytail like this all last season. Simon was really dragging the shit out of Porsha. It was hard to watch a little bit. I ain't gonna hold, just a little bit. I ain't feel that bad. But yeah, nonetheless, Porsha decided to play tampon and insinuate or say that Shamea was calling Andy a liar. Let's go ahead and stop right there. Andy will lie for his favorites. He will allow his favorites to skate on by the reunions if he likes them. So what are we talking about here? So there's that first. Second of all, what you doing standing in front of this white man for, being a shield for him? Shut up, Porsha. Nobody was talking to you. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Go watch Pilar. Go feed her. Shut up. Oh my God, it's so fucking annoying. And I know the people that are going to say, oh, Shamea brought up her mama, so at this point, it's fair game, blah, blah, blah. She has been a shit friend since she got on that motherfucking screen. To Shamea, to Candy, to Kenya when they made up, to Cynthia. She is a shit person, shit friend. She's shit to her family. She laughed about when she threw a purse in Londy's direction or at Londy to try to intimidate her and scare her. And then she went off on her ass, went to the bathroom and adjusted herself when she realized, oh shit, I'm about to look like an asshole on TV, and came back this fake ass kumbaya. I'm sorry, we're going to figure it out. We're a family. This is her. Just a couple years ago.
Did you just try to hit me, bro? Where your mother at?
I'll get your mom. Calm down. Yo, calm down.
Nothing but chaos and confusion. And that's what y'all go up for. Somebody can look good all day long, know how to dress, put themselves together well, that's fine. That doesn't make them a good person. Not to be like that person, but I did comment on Threads where she's more active, you know, and I added her and I said I hope Shamia pays her dust, just like when Megan dropped his, and Shamia actually liked the comment. So hopefully she does that, because I really have a feeling that the right side of the couch tore the left side up. I feel like they was on the neck bones. I do feel like that. Even when I'm thinking about the trailer back, because I haven't watched no sneak peeks. I don't want no sneak peeks. I'll just watch it all, like, and then Sunday when the episode comes on, because I have Peacock, so I'm not going to be able to watch it till 3 a.m. I got to be to work Monday, so I don't know about staying up to 3 a.m. to watch it. I don't know about it. But, I will, when I review it, I'm going to stay away from Twitter. And I'm not watching no reviews, no nothing. I just want to watch with a clean slate, fresh slate. But yeah, I feel like the right side of the couch might have tore the left side up. We'll see how production edits it though, because we know how y'all like to do. And I heard we have Potomac's producers, and it would make sense too. And I wonder how long it's been Potomac's producers on there, because Candiace called for Eric when Gizelle was doing that bullshit in the yoga studio, talking about Chris made her feel uncomfortable, which I believe he might have, but you might have felt uncomfortable because you was talking about his brown dick for the last few years, and you consider him to be your brother, so you was talking about your brother dick, so I'm sure you was uncomfortable. That don't mean he was a sneaky link trying to see if you was with it. Oh my God, I can't stand Gizelle. Porsha up there too. Porsha, Phaedra, Gizelle. No, I will just never see it for them. No, not ever. I can give them their ones where I can, but very few and far in between. But Candiace called for Eric and said, is this what we're doing? Is this what we're doing? And then Eric had called for Candy when her cousin walked in with the sling, and he was like, are we just not going to address the elephant in the room? So Eric's a messy girl. He is. But yeah, at any rate, I've lost my pen, so there's no need to go off on one because I can't tap the screen how I like to do. I will see y'all in the next video. I'm going to attempt to go do a twist out. We'll see. I don't really know. I'm getting them locks back in next Friday, so shout out to that. But yeah, y'all let me know. Are y'all excited about the reunion? Are y'all excited about Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip? Let me see my, oh, my God, today. Let's see, 12, 15, 19. I'm going to try to review and watch both. We'll see, though. And then I want to try to commit to watching to enjoy them, watching to review. So I'm going to try my best, but we will see. But yeah, I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Peace. Hey, you guys. Napping Tyson here. This dog just laid his head on my iPad. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm not editing this video today. So oh my God, now he's touching himself. Okay. This video will not be edited tonight. Excuse me. That Wi-Fi will be back tomorrow. So that's more than likely when I'm gonna post it. I have an old gaming channel idea that I tried to do a couple years ago, and that's what the email that I was trying to log into is connected to. So I'm gonna need like a day to the goal is to get off work, and then do all that when I get home. So I gotta purge that page, and then probably just do the same picture as this page and all that, and then I'll put that as my secondary channel. Yeah, I need a nap, y'all. I'll be back. I've been trying to, and then I was trying to edit at the same time. This shit ain't gonna work. So I love y'all, but this video will be up tomorrow, or I'll post it to go, and then maybe it'll post like at 12 p.m. on Sunday. We'll see. But at any rate, yeah. See y'all. Yo, you take my ass. I can't even go to bed. I need a nap. It's fucking 8 p.m. and I need a nap. Sick. All right.